Hi, I'm Marty Michelson. I'm the interim director of the Northside Planning Council. Welcome to our North Star Awards, honoring the unsung heroes on the North Side.
Good evening. My name is Lori Lee, and I'm the chair of the Northside Planning Council. It's my honor to facilitate this year's virtual North Star Awards. The history of the North Star Awards goes back 17 years. It all began when NPC wanted to recognize the volunteers in our community who contributed generous acts of kindness, their time and talents, to their choice of a cause close to their hearts. Because the volunteers didn't contribute their efforts for recognition or applause, most people didn't know what was happening behind the scenes. The creation of the North Star Awards became the way the community says thank you to our unsung heroes. Everything the volunteers do each year works together to make the North Side a great place to live, work, and play. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge Madison Gas and Electric, our major sponsor of the North Star Awards this year. MG&E supports the North Side in countless ways. In addition to being this year's major North Star Award sponsor, they also sponsor the Northside News calendar insert. They advertise in the Northside News. They're a provider of grant dollars to various Northside programs, and they're a contributor of energy-saving articles to the Northside News. The Northside Planning Council has worked to improve the quality of life and foster equity on the North Side since 1994. Credit for helping to transform our community goes to the NPC leaders who have gone before me, Northside nonprofits, the Northside's businesses who have supported us monetarily, and volunteers who answered the call for the past 27 years. Our NPC accomplishments over the years include At this time, I'd like to introduce the Northside Planning Council board and staff. I'd like to acknowledge our Northside Planning Council Board of Directors. A special thank you to Mike Shook, Will Green, and Christine McFadden. We are grateful for your service. We look forward to welcoming new board members to our team in 2022.
Good evening, I'm Chris Brockle. I'm the Director of Food Systems for Northside Planning Council, and as such, I manage feed kitchens and run food programs through that facility. It's my privilege tonight to talk a little bit about Northside Planning Council and our programs. So Northside Planning Council is celebrating its 28th year of existence. Northsiders are probably very familiar with our accomplishments over the years. Warner Park Community Center, Lakeview Library, Troy Community Gardens, Willie Street Co-op on the north side, feed kitchens. So we've been around, we're helping to bring Northsiders together, make life better here on the north side, and looking at a variety of programs that make that happen. Before we continue, I would like to thank our board president, Lori Lee, and Marty Michelson, our interim executive director at Northside Planning Council, who have made this a wonderful year to work at the Madison Northside Planning Council and Feed Kitchens. A little bit about our program. So Feed Kitchens will be celebrating its 8th anniversary on November 15th and enjoying lots of successes. Certainly we struggled through the pandemic, but we remained open through the entire pandemic and haven't lost any production. And even in a year when food businesses may be struggling a little bit, we've had our successes. And so we've had Yummy Treats and Bakery move out and open their own successful shop. And this month we have 2 other businesses moving out. Ice Cream Social and Tart are both moving into Pasture and Plenty in their own production spaces with their own retail counters. So we're very proud of them and proud of their accomplishments. And we have 88 other members who are following behind them. Also at Feed Kitchens, we have the Feed Bakery Training, free class, bakery training class for unemployed, underemployed folks that are looking for something different. We're sad to say that we have not had a Feed Bakery training session since the beginning of the pandemic. We are just getting ready to start one in March of 2020 when everything was locked down, and we just haven't had folks back in our facility. But we are ready to get one started this fall, so we're happy to say that. We are proud, however, that all of the bakers that are a part of Feed Bakery have come through our training and are happily and productively employed and are cranking out bakery like crazy because you all are eating it during the pandemic, for sure, judging by our sales. Feed Kitchens also hosts Healthy Food for All, our food recovery program, which has been delivering a lot of fresh produce this summer, but also continuing to do food recovery from large events. This past summer, we were able to partner with the American Family PGA tournament and recover food from there. And we just continue to grow and do our part in supplying food to families in need. Also this year, we started something called Mad City Food Carts to help food carts throughout Dane County connect with event organizers and folks who are looking to have a sample of the wonderful food and cultural variety that food carts bring. So we're proud of that. Madison Northside Planning Council also publishes the Northside News, bi-monthly wonderful community newspaper. I personally get more information out of the Northside News than probably any other paper media here in Madison. And also this year we partnered with the River Food Pantry, raised money, donations from some of you and some Northside businesses, including Beef Butter Barbecue, and we're able to purchase fans and distribute them to families that did not have air conditioning this summer. So we are proud of that as well. Thank you.
Now we'll honor the people nominated by their friends and colleagues for their contributions to the North Side. Our North Star Award winners will be introduced by our North Side Alders. At this time, I welcome District 12 Alder Saeed Abbas and District 18 Alder Charles Mayadzi to share the nominations of our North Star Award winners.
Sharon Moore has broke the record for the most volunteer hours at the River Food Pantry since 2014. Sharon has devoted over 1,100 hours to serving the North Side and Dane County as a whole. Over the last 8 years, on average, Sharon has spent 40 hours a week sorting thousands of pounds of donated items each year. With Sharon began, the river clothing area lacked organization. Sharon took it upon herself to go to the river food 5 days a week to organize and mix donations. With Sharon's management, all the clothing was hung neatly on hangers, grouped accordingly to size and gender. Everything else was labeled and had a designated place. Although the river's clothing area closed due to the pandemic, Sharon has continued to help meet the increased need for food. From sorting containers of food and supplies to condensing bulk donations into smaller packages, she is always willing to tackle the toughest and least popular task. Sharon has truly been a lifesaver for over 1,000 households who depend on the river food every week. Thanks to Sharon's orderly system, clients can access what they need from the pantry quicker and easier. A true leader, Sharon has trained countless volunteers and even organized her own volunteer groups. Through hard work and compassion, Sharon has nourished thousands of food insecure children, seniors, veterans, and families throughout our community.
Congratulations, Sharon Moore, on your North Star Award nomination. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you. This nomination is very humbling and a real honor. Volunteering is fun. I started by running the carrying closet at the river food pantry, but when COVID hit, we had to close the clothing area. I still wanted to help. The river is so efficient and thrifty with its resources. It never ceases to amaze me how far they stretch the funds they receive. The river helps families and everyone that may need help for many reasons. Perhaps the family's salaries don't go far enough. They can't buy food and pay all the bills at the same time. Maybe an unexpected job loss, unexpected expenses, sudden eviction, or escape from a domestic violence situation. I wanted to volunteer just to make someone's life a little easier. I always said, if just one child goes to bed hungry, and doesn't have to go to bed hungry, I have done a great thing. If I help one child smile because of a special treat that they found in their food, I think that is another great thing that I've done. I've done a great thing if my volunteering relieves a little stress for the parents. Everyone in the family has a better life, and I have done a great thing. I thank the river for all they do for the community and for all they do for me.
Our next North Star Award goes to Chad Norquist. Chad was instrumental in leading the Warner Park Community Recreation Center conversion into a temporarily men's shelter in response to COVID-19 and restoration for public use. In addition, Chad provided daily support to temporarily men's shelter, serving as a point of contact for lane and isolation grown pickup and delivery, facility repairs, after-hours emergency maintenance, and custodian services. Furthermore, Chad maintained communication with engineering, Dane County, Public Health Medicine, and Dane County, and various contractors to ensure smooth operations and coordinate shelter needs. Chad's leadership, expertise, and commitment to centering racial equity, sustainability, and environmental justice have led to significant saving for the city of Madison. Chad maintains a high level of professionalism and continuously seek ways to make our building more energy efficient. A city employee described Chad as an extremely intelligent, capable, friendly, and helpful employee who is always willing to go above and beyond what is asked of him.
And now we'd like to congratulate Chad Norquist for his North Star Award. Chad, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you. Big thanks to the Northside Planning Council for this award and to Terrence Thompson for the recommendation. I've worked for the City of Madison Parks at Warner Park Community Recreation Center since 2013. Working here has offered me the chance to meet thousands of Northsiders who frequent Warner Park and our facility, and also many of the organizers working for the greater good here on the North Side. Spoiler alert, you're all awesome. Continuing on with awesome things, the full-time and part-time city staff here at the Warner Park Community Rec Center, East Parks, and Parks Facility Maintenance are truly a premium group. I'm very lucky to be able to work daily with them here. They keep this place going. Within our facility, Newbridge and MSCR also do a huge service for the community by way of the great programming and classes they offer. Touching again quickly on why I was recommended for this award. Last year, before the vaccine was available, Warner Park Community and Recreation Center was transitioned into an overnight men's shelter. The work and time spent by Porchlight, the City of Madison, and Dane County to undertake this was considerable, but also extremely successful. It showcased that with community support and quality staff, providing shelter and safety to those who need it can be achieved anywhere in Madison. We've also been working together with City of Madison Engineering in the Race to Zero Energy campaign. The goal is to reach zero net carbon by 2050 or sooner. At Warner Park Community and Recreation Center, we've reduced total energy usage and reduced the amount of energy we use from carbon-emitting sources. We're committed to this effort until we hit zero. Saving the planet is the thing to do. So, strong leadership and active support from the City of Madison and its Parks Division have made Warner Park Community and Recreation Center the safe and inclusive space that it is today. We look forward to continuing to grow with you and for you here on the North Side of Madison. Thanks again for the recognition.
The next Northside Award goes to Mentoring Positive, Off the Block, Pizza and Salsa, a program operated by Will Green. Many positive things can be and have been said about Mentoring Positive, the youth development initiative operating in Darbo-Worthington neighborhood. This nomination focused specifically on Mentoring Positive, Off the Block initiative. The nomination is being made for the Off the Block ability to pivot during the pandemic, not only keeping product development and production moving, but also increasing both production and sales during that time. Off the Block employs neighborhood youth in their initiative for all the aspects of product development, production, packaging, and sales. With schools going virtual during the 2020-21 school year, Off the Block was able to pivot to have the youth spend part of their virtual week at Feed Kitchen. Off the Block worked carefully with Feed to ensure that COVID protocols were in place. During this time, Off the Block spent 2 to 3 days a week in Feed Kitchen during production and keeping kids active and engaged. During each of these visits, 2 shifts of youth were run, and we are happy to say that Feed Kitchen did not lose a single day of production during the COVID concerns in the facility. Not only did Off the Block keep production going safely, they increased their output, found placement of their cheese pizza on Willie Street Co-op shelf, and participated in virtual market and curbside pickup programs. But they also kept those of us at Feed Kitchen impressed with their focus, enterprising attitudes, and their singing. Many a lonely day during the pandemic was lightened by hearing groups of youth turn up the music and sing along.
Congratulations to Will Green of Mentoring Positives and Off the Block Salsa and Pizza. Congratulations on your North Star Award. Would you like to say a few words?
Yes. Thank you to the Northside Planning Council for the North Star Award. We definitely appreciate that. We've been in the Madison community for 17 years. We do a lot of work with youth on the east and north side of town. and this is a great honor. So we are very appreciative of receiving this award, and I am happy to be a part of the Northside Planning Council and doing work with them. So we're appreciative, and thank you for this award.
Our next North Star Award winner is Virginia Slotz. I got to know Virginia through her involvement as a writer and a proofreader for the Northside News. She joined the volunteer writer team in 2020 and has been a vital member of the team ever since. She is an excellent writer who focuses many of her stories on the interesting and often unheard people who live on the North Side. Virginia also contributes to our North Side community in many other ways. She is a member of the Friends of Heartmire Natural Area, whose members are working to save and restore the wetland area behind Oscar Mire. Virginia is a volunteer with the RSVP Foster Grandparent Program, which places volunteers in school to provide one-on-one assistance to help students to successful learners. She currently works with the 8th grade students at Sherman Middle School in the Social Studies and Language Art curriculum. After a year of Zoom classes with students, she hopes to return to school in person soon. Virginia resides at Sherman Glen Apartments and was instrumental in setting up some residents' activities there, including a writing group and a coffee clutches. Virginia is a real asset to Northside community and deserves to be recognized with a North Star Award. Congratulations, Virginia.
Congratulations to Virginia Schultz on receiving a North Star Award. Virginia, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you. I feel proud and humbled to be doing this. Our nation's Constitution cites several guidelines for the lawmakers of the United States. Necessary outcomes cited in the preamble to the Constitution are justice, domestic tranquility, general welfare, and the blessings of liberty. While I am grateful to my Northside neighbors who work hard in local and state government, it's not my gift to be in politics. However, I have learned from my mother and from my older sister that one must keep in mind the reason for political action. To me, that reason is what goes on in our individual lives. I can't do much to affect another's life, but I believe that the more we get to know one another, the better all our lives will be. Now that I'm in retirement, I like to spend some of my time getting to know people who aren't like me. I love to hear someone else's story and to share those stories if I can. That's my goal in writing Meet Your Neighbor stories for the Northside News. I also enjoy being an RSVP foster grandparent with Sherman Middle School, where I'm known as Grandma Ginny, because I can get to know a little about the gifts and the challenges of today's youth. I'm grateful for the broad inclusiveness of today's public schools compared to the childhood experience of my generation. And I'm grateful to the individual students who let me be a part of their learning. I grew up in Madison, and I chose this city as my retirement spot. I'd like to thank the Northside Planning Council for this award and for facilitating community involvement in so many ways. The more we get to know one another, the more we care about and trust the other. I believe that these small, everyday interactions can be one path to achieving justice, domestic tranquility, general welfare, and the blessings of liberty for all. Thanks again.
Another award goes to Tony Clark. Tony operates two businesses, Cafe Costa Rica and Mango Man Sauce, out of Feed Kitchen on Madison North Side. Given Tony's longtime presence on Madison's culinary scene, the quality of tasty food he provides, and his contagious, optimistic personality, both businesses enjoy a large local following. This regional frame might cause some to place themselves above the peers in the kitchen, but Tony views this honor as a responsibility to help others find the path to some success. Tony is a regular presence at Feed and has become the unofficial new member greeter. Welcome and introducing wide-eyed new entrepreneurs to Feed Kitchen and the world of responsibilities that await them. He uses his own experience to help folks navigate the tricky and sometimes confusing path to product development, licensing, production, and sales. Tony is quick with a smile as he hands out his contact information and lets folks know that if they have any questions, they can contact him. This welcome from a perceived top dog gives folks a positive initial step into the food production world and sets up for success in the future. Feed Kitchen operates successfully when the producers there band together and produce peer support and networking. Tony's action in providing member-to-member concierge services goes a long way in cultivating the culture. In our eyes, these services to a new member more than justify Tony's nomination. But Tony does much more. From the beginning of the pandemic, in March 2020 to the present, Tony has been one of the chefs for Feed's Kitchen, Feed to Go initiative, providing ready-to-go meals for the community. During that time, Tony has been responsible for providing nearly 10,000 of more than 37,000 meals that have been prepared and sent out to families in need. Tony has worked with Feed Kitchen staff to help source ingredients and triage donated items to get the most use out of them, preparing meals, all while continue to operate his own business. The idea that food helps to bridge differences and bring people together to build communities is manifested in the way that Tony operates his business and carries himself as a chef and a person.
Congratulations to Tony Clark of Cafe Costa Rica and Mango Man Cooks and Mango Man Sauces. Tony, would you like to say a few words?
Certainly. Hello, everyone. I am humble by this. I thought I was doing what every human being is supposed to do, which is help other people if I can. And this is the result of that. I mean, I'm out of words. I just thank you. Thank you so very much, you all. Thank you.
Our next North Star Award goes to Ray Main. Thank you, Ray Main, for being a long-time Northside business leader. I have known Ray Main, owner of Foxwater, through the Northside Business Association. He has been committed to positive development of the Northside community and the success and support of other businesses since the beginning of his career, as well as during the MBA 28th years of existence. As Ray served his business client, he would convene them of the importance of everyone working together for the betterment of their businesses and the community. Ray's family was one of the first to move into Cherokee development. His children went to Northside School and participated in Northside activities, including Little League Baseball. Ray was driving force in the upgrade of Northside Little League Park, and it continued upkeep. When Ray graduated from UW Oshkosh, he went to work for his dad, Dick Main, at Foxwater. Until Dick's unexpected passing in 1992, Ray purchased the business from John Fox in 1998 and continued on North Sherman Avenue until the lease ended a few years ago. Committed to staying on the north side, Ray relocated to Pennsylvania Avenue on the Hooper Corporation site. Ray worked hard all those years to keep his business vibrant. This past summer, Ray made the difficult decision to close the business for various reasons. For how COVID changed how his business operated, his aging staff, and preparing for Hooper Corporation relocation to DeForest, Ray sold and transitioned the water softener part of Fox Water to Capital Water Softener, purchased Northsiders. Please join me to congratulate and thank Ray for all he meant to our community.
Congratulations to Ray Main for his North Star Award. Ray, would you like to say a few words?
Sure, thank you. I'm a lifelong Northside resident and proud previous owner of Fox Water. I have a long-term relationship on the north side with a lot of people. I really appreciate the honor, and I thank everybody that's worked with me over the years. And I'm humbled by the award and very much appreciate it. Thank you.
The next award goes to Sue Peck. As president, Sue is now in her third year of a 2-year term and leading the organization. Sue agreed to extend her term in order to provide continuity for members in these uncertain times. With the closing of another business organization in the city last year, we credit Sue's enthusiasm and initiative for keeping us afloat. Her determination to find good speakers and topics to keep memberships informed and engaged has helped attendance at last year's virtual meeting and for the launch of 2021 membership year. Sue started the NBA Mingles in order to introduce the Northside eating and drinking establishments to the Northside Business Association and our members. Our evening meetings occur during the busiest part of the business day, which usually precludes their participation. The Mingles are held on Wednesday night to help those who have scheduling conflict with our Thursday meeting. The event has helped members to get to know each other better through casual one-on-one conversation so they can find support when needed from a fellow business leader. Sue has been part of the Northside Economic Development Coalition and has helped organize NBA member business fairs, supported Breakfast with Santa, coordinated with annual paint-a-thon, and anything to grow small businesses in the Northside business community. Thank you, Sue, for all that you do to promote Northside Business and Northside Business Association.
Congratulations, Sue Peck, on your North Star Award. Would you like to say a few words?
Sure, thank you. I would love to say a big thank you to the NBA board and to the Northside Business Association members for nominating me for this. This is truly an honor. My goal with the Northside Business Association is to have it be a place for businesses of all sizes to have a space where they can be represented and they can feel like they have a voice and they can be supported by the NBA and by everybody on the north side. We have businesses from solopreneurs to freelancers to nonprofit organizations to even larger corporations, and all of these are businesses that we're honored to have on the north side. The north side is ripe for new businesses right now. We have such space to bring in so many new organizations, and I just can't wait to see it just thrive. I'm really happy that I've been able to be a part of it for as long as I have. Thank you.
The High Impact Award goes to Warner Park Community Recreation Center staff. Staff names are Jamie Pratt, Chad Norquist, Hillard, Carrie Abarca, Wendy Moran, Alec Akins-Hill, Madeline Gretton, Kayla Malley, Lisa Hawley, Pablo Jeffries, Kenny Johns, Ann Cerneski, Zach Watson, and Terrence Thompson. Warner Park Community Recreation Center reopened to the public on January 25th, 2021, after closing for 10 months to support the emergency men's shelter. Warner Park Community Recreation Center staff did an exceptional job of quickly restoring the facility for public use in just under 1 month. After reopening, the Warner Park Community Center was one of the only public facilities in the city offering in-person recreational opportunities, including fitness, center workout, open gym, facility rentals, and limited community programming at the time. Notably, Warner Park Community Center staff were instrumental in providing teen programs, which had been significantly impacted across the city by COVID-19. With the community focus on virtual support for K-5 students, Warner Park staff experienced multiple iterations of the Forward Dane Order and was proficient in operating a public facility during extraordinary times.
And congratulations to Terrence Thompson, the director of the Warner Park Community Recreation Center, and his staff. Would you guys like to come over and accept your award?
Thank you. It's my pleasure to introduce the Warner Park Community Recreation Center staff that will be accepting the High Impact Award today. First, we have Nimrod Hilliard. Next, we have Zach Watson, Chad Norquist, and Ann Sarnecki.
The High Impact Award is given to those organizations or businesses whose work goes above and beyond the ordinary. Our community is a better place to live due to their dedication and ongoing support. This year's High Impact Award has gone to the Warner Park Community Recreation Center.
At the recommendation of the Department of Public Health, Madison and Dane County, the WPCRC closed to the public on March 16, 2020 to mitigate the spread of COVID-19. On March 20, 2020, Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway informed Parks leadership that the city would be repurposing the WPCRC into a temporary emergency men's shelter to provide services for up to 125 of the city's most vulnerable men. It was important for Parks and WPCRC staff to understand the moment and support the mayor's priority in providing services for the city's most vulnerable population. The WPCRC would reopen to the public as part of Dane County's phased reopening plan. The move aimed to ease the crowding at Madison's emergency shelters for a group of men sheltered in 3 cramped church basements downtown, where they had slept side by side on floor mats. The emergency shelter operations could not safely provide social distancing or isolation spaces for those who may have been exposed to the virus. Organizers also explored more extensive facilities and chose Warner Park because the city already owns it. The facility has a large community room, several other rooms, a gym, and other amenities, and can be repurposed relatively quickly. It also leaves other city assets available for others to use if the need arises. Unlike the church basements, the WPCRC is a single-level facility, making it easier to accommodate those with disabilities. The 7,400 square foot gym space allows physical distancing and more efficient cleaning and sanitizing. The facility has separate rooms for guests who are experiencing mental health symptoms or alcohol and drug intoxication. WPCRC staff led by Chad Norquist, Parks Facility Maintenance, and several city county agencies completed the facility conversion in just 5 days. Transforming the WPCRC into an emergency men's shelter consisted of conducting numerous facility tours with different stakeholders, removal of all furniture, TVs, games, artwork, and bathroom doors, window boarding throughout the facility, installation of electrical services for additional washer and dryer for increased laundry services, removal of signage and features susceptible to damage, inserting additional security cameras and custodial measures, rekeying doors to control access, issuing alarm codes for shelter staff, gym floor taping to ensure 6 feet social distancing, coordination of linens, cots, and transportation from downtown, and holding of mail, cable TV, and first aid services. The process involved coordination with several city-county agencies and nonprofit organizations. The temporary shelter opened for services on March 30th, 2020, and operated nightly until December 15th, 2020. On November 11th, 2020, the city announced that the temporary men's shelter would move to the vacant Fleet Services building at the intersection of East Johnson and 1st Street, the Madison Public Market's future home. The former Fleet Services building, a larger facility, could accommodate more men as we approached the winter months. The city and service providers continued to search for a property that could host a permanent men's homeless shelter and possibly a day resource center, pay-to-stay beds, or low-cost housing. WPCRC staff redeployed to different sections of the Parks Division and provided ongoing support to the emergency men's shelter and assisted parks maintenance, payroll, golf courses, and the Goodman Pool. Additionally, WPCRC staff maintained communication with the public and community stakeholders, assisted with program planning and preparation for a phased reopening of the WPCRC. Before the pandemic, Parks staff worked diligently to update and revise the division's continuity of operations plan and determine essential services and minimum staffing levels. The co-op plan was a vital resource for planning and managing staff during the redeployment. WPCRC staff transitioned into the WPCRC on December 16, 2020. WPCRC staff worked with Parks Facility Maintenance, engineering, and various contractors to restore the facility for public use. We also worked with community partners, stakeholders, and staff to create a safe reopening plan. The reopening plan included enhanced safety protocols for both users and staff, including reduced facility capacities, staff screening, social distancing guidelines, enhanced cleaning and sanitation efforts, PPE use, and more. The WPCRC reopened to the public on January 25, 2021, with limited access to community programming, open gym, game room, fitness room workouts, and facility rentals after being closed for nearly 1 year. The WPCRC staff experienced multiple iterations of the Forward Dane Order and became proficient in operating a public facility during extraordinary times. We are proud to play a role in keeping the community active, healthy, and safe during the pandemic, and without a single reported COVID-19 case.
A special thanks goes to our sponsors of this year's North Star Awards. We thank you for your support. This wraps up our program for tonight. Thank you for joining us to celebrate our North Stars and their accomplishments. Good night.